Chef Chris from SC Johnson Sam's. I'd like to introduce a video by Josh McFeeters. He's making roasted mushrooms. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, how we doing today? This is Chef Josh, and in today's Chef at Home video, we're going to be showing you how to make our roasted mushrooms that we do make in the Kentucky Farm Bureau Cafe that everybody likes. Make them the exact same way, so while we're missing out on all that good cafe food, you can make them at home. So before we get started, a couple of things you'll need to do is go ahead and preheat your oven to 425 if you have a conventional oven. If you have a convection oven, set that at 400. So we'll need salt, pepper, a little bit of granulated onion and garlic, just a little bit. Of course, our mushrooms. Get a good mixing bowl. We will need oil. I like to use safflower oil. It has a high smoke point and it's healthy. It has a lot of vitamin E. It doesn't have the inflammatory properties that a lot of canola oil and everything does. And yes, I do put my oil in a bourbon bottle because we are in Kentucky. And then we will just need a sheet tray lined with a little bit of aluminum foil. You can spray it with Pam or something if you want, not necessary. So first things I like to do is we go ahead, and I like to just cut mine right in half. So we'll go ahead and give these a little cut. These are very easy to make, but they just have such good flavor. And the reason that we're cooking them at a high temp is mushrooms have a lot of water. So we want that high temperature to be able to evaporate that water quickly. If you don't, you end up with steamed mushrooms. They look kind of gray in color, just not very appetizing, kind of spongy. So we want to get that good roast on them on the outside, a little bit of char, and they'll be a little bit nice and still juicy in the middle. Okay, so now that we have them cut in half, you want to give them the proper amount of oil for this is you want them to be, you're going to use a little bit more than you think. You want them to be a little bit shiny. You want to be able to see that oil that is on there. So we'll hit it with a little bit of the salt and pepper. Salt. Our pepper. This is our little bit of granulated onion and garlic mixture. You don't want to go too heavy with it, but just enough right there. So we'll give it all a good mix. Ooh, got a jumper. So we'll give them a good mix. And alright, now I don't know if you can see this, if it's going to come through on the camera, but you can see they're a little bit shiny. That's exactly what you want. There's no excess oil down in the bottom floating around, but you still see that sheen on them, and that's how you know you got enough oil on it. So we will get our sheet tray, spread them out, and now another tip to this is you want to let them have some space in between them. Don't overcrowd the pan. If you do overcrowd the pan, that water is going to collect because that water is going to kick out. Like I said, they're very full of water. So it's going to kick that water out and it's not going to be able to have room to evaporate. So you want to spread them out to get that good evaporation on there. So now we're going to pop these in the oven and you want to set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay everybody, we have our mushrooms. The timer just went off. So we're going to check on them real quick and see what they look like. Alright, they look great. See, we got a little bit of color on them. There's not water left over on the tray. That means it's all evaporated. That means we're left with a good consistency mushroom. So a lot of it depends on also the size of the mushroom, the water content and everything. So always check them at 10 minutes. If you want to let them go another minute or so, go ahead and let them go. Do be careful, they do carry over, cook for about a minute. So pull them right before you think they look perfect and you'll have a good product every time. So that's our roasted mushrooms that we make in the cafe. Can't wait to get in there and see you guys again. Hopefully this will tie you over.